Greenground. Is that your actual Christian name, Greenground? What is your real name? I mean, what do people call you at your extortion-based gig where you have to go and buy the destruction of your planet, purchase goods, become a mindless consumer, go home and on your all your technological devices that you have to teach you how to either be a mindless consumer or a more intelligent person, depending on your choices and who's trying to sell you something. What's your name of the people that call you that you collect your extortion paycheck from and then go out and properly extort and destroy your planet for the process of doing so? Greenground, what's your real name? Is it really Greenground? That's interesting. So can I call you Green? You related to Mr. Green Jeans? Huh? Did you ever used to watch Captain Kangaroo, or are you too young? You're probably too young. Captain Kangaroo was a children's show back in the day when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore. Sometimes I wish I was a kid again. Well, because I wouldn't have to see all this crazy bullshit before me and I'd have to sit here and wonder why these people have been so stupid for so long. I don't know. They're not really standing on green ground. No, it's pretty much a saturated ground with poisons that stop it from growing anything green. And they call it xeriscaping and say it's more ecologically friendly. Wrong. Green ground. I don't believe you're the basketball player from the Miami Heat on your channel pick, man. I don't believe that's you. No, I don't think you're a professional basketball player. I don't think a professional basketball player would have such an ignorant YouTube channel promoting and saying such ignorant things in such an irrational and unintelligent manner, because he would get in trouble by the NBA and his team, and he would lose some of his green ground, which is his money, right? His extortion. They'd get better extortion pay than you do, right? Obviously. I don't know, though. For all I know, you could be some kind of symbot for some kind of banking cartel that makes lots of green ground. Huh. I have no idea. I don't connect to liars too well. I connect to honest people real well. I don't know if I connect to them past, present, or future. I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually having active conversations with most of the celebrities that I'm talking to, or if it's in a future tense because I become a celebrity and they all wish to have spoke to me or are having conversations with me in the future that I'm having online in the present. I don't know how it works, man. I don't really care, as long as we lead ourselves to peace and stop and start standing on real green ground instead of xeriscaping with poisons that won't let anything green grow through the ground. What say you, green ground? You want to talk? Come on, man. The other guy's busy life meto. What the frog does that mean? Busy life meto. Who are you going to meto when you're busy life? Why are you tearing up all the green ground, paying your extortion, and murdering people in vast quantities to put the death and decay back into the planet so you can suck more out for oil to have more wars for cars, bars, and wars and whores? Like you, green ground. You talk. What did you say? Were you the one? Which was it? You or was it Busy Life Meto or Green Ground? I don't care. You all become just white noise stupidity to me. Talking about my beloved uncle, Prophet and Messiah, Muhammad of Mecca, as if you actually knew him, went to school with him, and hung out with him. Oh, he wasn't as righteous as they say he was. He was a liar. He was a rapist. He used to masturbate in the corner of the porn shop like Pee Wee Herman. I think Paul Rubens is a pretty decent guy. I had a bad moment. No, he made us masturbating in the public park like George Michael. I think George Michael's a decent guy and had a bad moment. Did it ever occur to you that they might have been making his life a living hell because he released an album of Hand to Mouth and was criticizing the extortion money-making industry that would kill people for money? Did it ever occur to you that they were actually trying to do something decent and then were just being systematically destroyed by the system that's systematically destroying everything else and making you pay extortion to live here? Did it ever occur to you to think outside the box? No! I believe everything I'm told by Al Jazeera, the BBC, and the National Wire News Service. I analyze it and process it and come out with what I think is the most intelligent and truthful answer. Okay. You shouldn't have to pay extortion to live on planet Earth. You should be able to live somewhere without saying some evil son of a bitch who's going to make you destroy your planet to pay to live here. Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay him. You should kick his ass. Mostly, physically it doesn't work. So you have to verbally kick his ass, prove it to everybody else, and then have everybody else reject his system so it has no more power over you. then you can stand on real green ground that goes, and there you sit with my, and there, look at me, it's come as running, it's my girl Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries, it's good to touch the green, green grass of home, right? And then you got to have some Beulah Master playing too. Greater than the gases, and this. Who was it? Friends of the, who were the ones that sang? I can't remember. Have you ever heard "Grazing in the Grass"? Grazing in the grass is a gas, baby. Can you dig it? Everything you hear is so real, you can feel it. I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, we can dig it. How can you dig it? Can you dig it, baby? I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it. Oh, down that drive. I can't do that song. Can you dig it? I can't do any songs. I'm not a singer. I don't sing for a living. No, this is what I do for a living. I get treated like complete crap. I have the bare necessities from the kindness and the love and fellowship of others. And I walk down to the Thomas Bryan Library almost about a 10-mile trip every day, which isn't really that bad. The feet hurt a little bit, but it's worth it because the children out in Jamaica are worth it to me. The children down in Mexico are worth it to me. The children in your neighborhood are worth it to me. The children in Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan are worth it to me. The children in India are worth it to me. The children in Indonesia and Pakistan and China and the Philippines are worth it to me. The children in the islands from New Zealand all the way across up to Hawaii are worth it to me. The children in Central America and South America are all worth it to me. All the children of the world deserve a better place to live, and they are worth it to me. And all the children of the world range from Ann and Bobby's mom, which is turning into mommy's womb, which is turning into the fetus, into a person that's 115 years old and most likely getting ready to leave us. They're all the children to me, and they're all worth it to me. And not only that, but I have a dog that I love, and he's one of my best friends, and he's worth it to me. And I have some cats that are my friends too that drive me nuts because they're cats, and they're worth it to me. And the mouse that comes in the wall and the cats try to eat what he's trying to eat, what he's got to eat, is worth it to me. The roach that climbs up through the sewer lines to try to survive and live in this world, and if we make it more large, like more of them will survive and live, still have a value and a worth to me because they have to feed the spiders, because the spiders are in here and they check the roach population and they're worth it to me. And then the birds that feed off the spiders are worth it to me. And then the other birds that feed off the other birds are worth it to me. And the fish and everything. And the ant and the lamb and the peach and the tree and the sky and the clouds and the microorganism. It's all forms of life created for symbiotic benefit for all of us to live this life of sacrifice that I great pleasure and joy and sweet, excruciating sorrow from. It's all worth it to me. It's a gift given to me by something greater than me, and I am grateful for it. Every woman I've ever made love to has crushed my heart and just totally tried to obliterate it. Every person I've ever called family has betrayed me in some way, shape, or form, because they have to pay their extortion on planet Earth and are too afraid to support me publicly in a mass fashion because I'm too embarrassed and too scary. Green ground! Because we'd rather stand on xeriscaping. Yeah. You ever heard that song, Big Yellow Taxi, by Judy Collins? Yeah, hey, farmer, farmer, stop bringing the DDT now. Give me the worms and the birds and the bees. Oh, don't it seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. You pay paradise, put up a parking lot. They get to the point where they have a tree museum and charge all the people $1.50 to see them. There won't be many trees left, and if there's not many trees left, there won't be many people left, and they'll be living in isolated communities with artificial environments to survive the toxins that they created through their extortion-based driven society, spraying out DDT to have xeriscaping, which is more eco-friendly, which is bullshit and a lie, right? Poison goes into the water system and then goes into you, and then it gives you a half a shelf life. Our average life expectancy should be anywhere from 120 to 150 years, given the good ecological and geological and biological conditions, and we don't even hit that, and then they tell everybody, we're doing such a good job. We're living, you have life expectancy of maybe 85 now. How come the people in the Yucatan and Mongolia can live to 115 or 120? Why? Well, they have less technology. If technology does not serve mankind, it becomes detrimental to God's side, then it is not an advantageous form of technology. The nuclear weapon is not an advantageous form of technology. Nuclear energy, neither. Produces too much toxic waste that causes death and destruction to the planet. And then if you try to put it into space, it would go to the greatest gravitational sources, which are sun, would throw out the balance of the sun and make it evolve at a faster rate that it should not. And that could cause very destructive, horrible problems in our galaxy and our universe, right? Do you think so? The Milky Way? Yeah, it could do that. You want to be as delicate and as intelligent as possible and don't add to the heinous conditions. Don't toxic yourself before you enter. I do it. We all do it. I eat sugar sometimes, but I've got a real good metabolism, but I can't play that too much. What really helps me a lot, dude, green ground, okay, is having a spouse that is very closely connected to me molecularly and relatively, and so we have similar emotional, physical, and I guess you could say spiritual needs. And mentally, we correlate real well. We see things very similar because we've molecularly and relatively connected for a long, long time. All right, so we're very open to each other's affection and understanding. We communicate real well. This makes me healthier. And then I require less of a sweet tooth. I require less of this. I require less of that. And I have even more of a longevity of life. I have a healthier life. I think more healthily. I can get angry but express it in a more loving and intelligent fashion. I'm separated from my woman. My world is not functioning right, and I don't operate as well as I should for the entire group. And they like that because it makes me seem more, quote, human when I have as many deficiencies as them because they're separated from their own selves. So they can't even be connected to a woman like I'm talking about because they lack the proficiency in themselves to see things as truly and as beautifully as I do, and I'm expressing to you right now, even though it doesn't sound quite as beautifully as eloquent as it could sound, because they've taken me from the woman that I love, and they won't let me talk to her, see her, touch her, or even be in the same room with her. I get in the same state with her, and I start to ache like a man dying in a cell, separated from the one he loves, and he doesn't even know she's in the same state. No. Well, in a technical sense, he knows it spiritually, but he doesn't know it. I didn't know she was right there. She's just down the road. That's the closest proximity we've been together since I was back in college, but she stayed there longer than she did. Well, okay, wow, cool. I did, yeah. Well, that's neat. It's weird, man. It's just the way it works. I've known where she's been and who she is from the time I'm a little boy. It's cool. If we never get together, that's fine. They can continue to torture me until the day I die. I don't give a shit just as long as they look like shit. I'm not acting like shit. Sometimes I react angrily, violently, and I'm like a pissed off kid who's locked up in his room because his parents are abusive and stupid, and he knows it, and they know it, but they're too proud to admit it because they're parents and he's the child and they're right and he's wrong. Me and my sister had this discussion, Green Ground. I wrote down a book that was a parable, a small accumulation of my life's experiences to help people save themselves from their insanity and humanity and the infighting through religious secularization. And she got in there, and then subsequently I had a parable that my beloved Uncle Muhammad had given me in relative group collective connective communications, which we refer to as revelation. It was revealed to me. All things are revealed to you. There's not really anything that you know yourself. It's just shared group collective and relative and molecular communication forms that are given to us by something greater than ourselves. So this is the source and structure of all living things. Certain forms of creation are created that make things in flux, and then they evolve, and then they go through creative evolutionary states. So that creation and evolution go hand in hand. Good science is good religion, and good religion is good science. Are you following along, or do you want to say more condescending, ignorant things to me when you have no idea what you're talking about? You know, have no idea how to properly and intelligently express yourself, so you cuss a lot, read some books, watch some TV, think you interject and connect with some really intelligent people when they're not really, because they're still buying the program, extorting their planet, and accept this extortion-based economy which is destroying their own means of existence as rational. Are you understanding, do you understand relativity and molecularism? Did you get some of the stuff when I was singing told Busy Life Mito? Huh? Huh? Yeah, I'm acting like my father when he would let me have it when I was a little boy. Yeah. You sabe? Yeah, that in Spanish, that means, it's kind of like a slang Spanish word. Meaning, do you understand what I'm talking about? You comprehendo? El Dorco? El Greeno Groundo? It's verde. The word green is verde in Spanish. Yeah, that means green. Ground, yo no sé. I don't know how to find out. Yo no sé means I don't know what the word ground is in Spanish, because I didn't function in Spanish growing up. I spoke English, but I grew up alongside by side with people that are Spanish speakers and adore the language. I think it's romantic, and I think it's beautiful, and I love to hear it. Te amo. That means I love my love. Okay? How you feeling? Te amo. I do. I love you very much. Now listen to me. Be intelligent. It's the right thing to do. Okay? I get distracted. This is an abstract connection, and I connect to some people that I love very much. And when I do that, I get all fluttered and flustered and forget what I was talking about, because I'm very human, just like you. Okay? I am a descendant from the line of King David that produced a man named Jesus, who a lot of people have turned into a living God and a deity. He's not. He's the messenger of God, meaning he's the one that can explain to you the mathematical components of relativity, molecular sciences, and creation and evolutionary states that work together for symbiotic mutual benefit for life on planet Earth, and gives you the math proofs on how to live in a cohesive style and be appreciative of all the source of creation, and be a very efficient, beautiful, highly evolved human being. Okay? I'm a lot like my Uncle Jesus and my Uncle Muhammad. And if you read the Holy Scriptures, you will see that in almost the whole first of the book, Muhammad is telling you that he's having conversations not solely with Gabriel, but also that Gabriel is communicating with the Spirit of Jesus. And then they're explaining to you things, family connections, relativity, family, through beautiful poems and parables that are practical at their date and time for people to understand. I speak differently and teach differently. I talk about relativity and molecular math and stuff like that because these are the people I work with. And most scientists are what we would call, an evangelical roughly translates into an evolved analytical. You know what an analytical is, right? And a person who analyzes extraordinarily well. So an evolved analytical is evolved at a very intelligent rate. So most scientists, like Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever, he's a very highly evolved analytical. Stephen Hawking is, and a lot of others. A lot of others try to pass themselves off as evolved analyticals, but they're not. I love Richard Dawkins. I love everybody, but he's not an evolved analytical. No, he lacks a lot of analytical abilities. He's a scientist, or calls himself a scientist. Sam Harris, the same thing. Pat Condell is a parrot for a banking system that wants to become a public voice, makes a living off of it because his analyzes worth crap. Oh God, he's terrible at it. He sits there and looks at all the information given to him. Okay, I've given you this bottle and rubbing alcohol and hairspray. Now make sense of all three. Well, the Clinique is to wash my face, the rubbing alcohol to make sure my wounds do not come infected, and the hairspray for me to grow long hair and then hurl it into socially acceptable forms of acceptable hairstyles. That's what's been going on, and that's my analysis of it. And the person who sold me it at this store is an Arab person who cussed at me, so it's a real son of a bitch, so I don't want to use Clinique. And that's basically the way he analyzes. First of all, you don't need Clinique to wash your face. All you need is good, clean water. The Clinique might help, and if it can prove it help without causing problems to your water systems and causing poisoning to your water system, which is your basic foundation of life, if it can do that without causing basic foundation problems to life, then keep it. If it doesn't, get rid of it. Pitch the Clinique, okay? The rubbing alcohol actually breaks down your skin and does other things and stuff like that, and in eliminating the germs and stuff from that, it also exposes your skin to more germs and makes it even more susceptible to infection. So it comes in handy if you have a gross situation or you need a place where it's highly susceptible to germs and people are highly susceptible to it, but it doesn't come in just handy when I'm dealing with people with a highly efficient immune system. It can expose me to that, but my efficient system is so efficient, it doesn't matter, but if I use too much of it, then it starts to break down my immune system. So alcohol is only of certain relative importance to me, but not complete importance. And the Hairspray, it's a really good movie, and I really like Tracy, and I like Baltimore. And I think the black people and the white people should be able to dance together too and date if they want to, don't you? Greenground! Hey! It's very abstract when you talk to me. I'm connecting to a lot of different people, and they're like, what do you want to share? And I was going to save it and just exclusively focus on you, but I didn't think that your behavior warranted that. And that's why I sang with old Busy Mito, so I could connect to other people that like to sing country music with me and other songs with me. So these weren't exclusively made for you. They were made for other people's entertainment that love to watch these and love to lead the world to peace and have the courage to try to get up and do so. I don't know if they're actively communicating with me on an active basis or on an inactive basis. So we'll discuss that next. You want to follow along? Chase the bouncing ball? Sing along? Green ground. It's good to touch the green grass of home. It's a Tom Jones joint. I really liked it. Yeah, it was a good song. Tom Jones, yeah. You know who Tom Jones is. You seem to watch a lot of entertainment like I do. I don't do it anymore, but I did when I had children. You ever seen Emperor's New Groove? He's the theme song guy. He's the hippest cat in creation. Yeah. A perfect world begins and ends with us. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that's Tom Jones, man. Yeah, he's a singer he's from England, and he has Tom and his Jones, as Dana Carvey joked about. Apparently, he's well endowed, has a very good voice. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and your pussycat nose. Whoa, whoa, you and your pussycat eyes. Yeah, that's Tom Jones, man. A lot of people dang hip to Tom Jones. I'm trying to help you out, y'all. He's older now, but when he was younger, the ladies just used to swoon over him. He used to sing Vegas a lot, I guess. Him and Engelbert Humperdinck. You familiar with Engelbert Humperdinck? He changed his name. He's a very intelligent, very attractive and intelligent, and has a nice voice too. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the smile on your face is so real that it makes me want to cry. Hey, Green Ground, thanks for taking me on a one-way trip to the sun. And thanks for turning me into a someone. Good song. Go listen to it. You can get it on YouTube. Engelbert Humperdinck. It's After the Loving. Yeah, go check it out. Explore your world. Enlighten yourself. Change yourself. Help save yourself. Blessings and peace. Get to higher ground. Stevie Wonder. Good song. Go peep it too. Blessings and peace, Green Ground. Love you too, dog.